Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Two Bros Ministry. Whew. Guys, it has been a very, very, very long time, and I'm sorry. I have been busy, maybe not too busy to upload to the channel. However, things have gotten in the way, wrapping up with sophomore year of high school and just, I guess, doing other things. But as summer is out for many of you, whether you're in high school or you're working and maybe you have a little more time off, it's a little easier to post. But I hope that I can stay consistent with a channel, that 3 times a week is definitely doable. And I'm excited to see what the channel can do this summer. And so honestly, let's get into this topic today, which is very hard for me to talk about as it only happened 2 days ago. And I'm titling this video, The Accident That Changed My Life. And it was hard. So to give you context, I play volleyball, club volleyball, and we travel for tournaments a lot. Recently, I have been really using up more driver's practice, preparing for the license test that I'll have in July, about 1 month from now. And we had a tournament in Roseville, 2.5 hour drive, right? That's a long time. And I was very nervous. I prayed about it. I was like, wow, a lot of freeway. This is going to be a long time. And it went great. Totally fine. Maybe a slight smidge or two of a little bit of fear or panic, but it was totally fine. And it was a great ride. However, at the end of the first day, Saturday, as we were finishing up the games and going to the hotel for the first time, I wanted to stop at the hotel area because, normally your parent checks in, and if you just park, it'll be extra walking. So I was like, let's just stay there. And I don't know if it was before my dad went in, but he offered me a protein shake, which sounds like nothing, but I'll explain how it had the butterfly effect. The cup holders in the entire spot were filled with drinks and food. It's completely lined down the section, 2 cup holders. And I grabbed the shake. I didn't want it. I was like, Dad, I don't want this. But he still gave it to me. And I put the shake down, and I took out this jar of peanuts. And I think I put it on my lap just because I was parking. It was totally fine. But unfortunately, when we were starting to go out, the peanut jar went off from my lap. It's about water bottle size, and ended up getting lodged behind the brakes. And so when we started to reverse to back out so that we could get outside of the hotel area, the brake was stuck and we couldn't stop. And so I put my foot on the brake to stop it, right? And nothing happened. And me being a newbie and someone who's unexperienced as well, I put my foot back on the gas, which was a horrible mistake. And in the moment, it was very scary, and I realized that made it much worse. And it's a great lesson to learn. But we basically started to go extremely fast in the hotel parking lot, and God protected us. But unfortunately, as we were doing one of our spins, the driver's side got caught on one of those poles, light poles they have, and it just kind of skidded off not only the driver's side mirror, but also some of the protection bumper a little bit to the side. And it was a very scary experience. I genuinely thought with my father that I was going to die that day. We were going probably 30 to 40 miles per hour in an uncontrollable spin backwards. I think we were both trying to get the parking brake. It wasn't working. We didn't think of the emergency brake at the time, which my dad eventually pulled. And I was bewildered. I was absolutely bewildered, and I thought this was going to be the end. And this, honestly, is not going to be a video about oh, take life to the fullest and I almost died. No, it's actually about bad things happen, things out of our control. Yes, the peanut jar was in my control and I should have done something better with it, but could I have controlled that it went exactly under the spot to block the brakes? No. There are things in your life that you can't control, no matter how detailed, no matter how important, significant that moment was, or whatever event happened that caused this absolutely crazy butterfly effect, like my dad giving me the shake. It's really hard to say it, but it was actually out of your control. And I've thought about it more and more, and I've been like, God, why did you do this? Why did you let this happen? Everything was going great. We had a great tournament, and life was just wonderful. I drove the Jeep wonderfully for 2.5 hours. I was excited to do it again. But, the Jeep crashed, and we had to tow it. We had to have a friend. Shout out Colin. Thank you for giving us the ride back. But I still feel absolutely just horrified, and but I need to look back and see what God did. We were in an uncontrolled spin, and at the end we were headed straight towards the hotel. We were going to go straight into the hotel wall and hit it at maybe 40 miles per hour. But God saved us. There were crazy things that could have happened in our spin. We could have gone down, we could have gone outside to hit more cars, we could have gone down the hillside that it was on. There were many things that could have gone far worse, but God still provided. But I was so ungrateful because the car had gotten damaged and that we were going to have to be without a car for some time. But honestly, it was completely out of my control, and now I see that today. Does it make it much easier? No. Does that make your situation that you're going through much easier? Not really, probably not. But I think we just have to realize that truly some things are out of our control. And just because that we believe in the greatest God, the only God in existence, that does not mean things aren't going to happen. Just because we believe and we pray to Jesus does not mean that we're not going to get cancer. It doesn't mean that we're completely protected from anything, right? We can get in car accidents, we can get viruses, we can get disease, we can get injured, we can stop playing our favorite sport, right? Life happens. There's sin, there's impurity, and there is just pain that will happen. But we have to just try and realize the things that we can control are great. We should do the best that we can with them. And the things that become out of our control, well, we unfortunately have to accept and move on. I think of Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. No matter the situation, no matter what's going on in your life, God will provide. God will save you. God saved me from a terrible accident that could have resulted in paralysis, death, so many bad things. But he saved me. And not like every time it's going to work out and you will be saved, but God is going to be there for you no matter what. And he's going to show up in some way that maybe you expect it, maybe you don't. And we have to just learn from these moments. I think that's another big takeaway. We have to learn, because everything in life gives you knowledge to something else. And if we, choose to take the negative side of this accident, we become sorrowful, just purely regretful, and we never take any responsibility, and we just go looking for blame to be placed on other people. We're not going to learn. And things like this could happen again. We couldn't be ready for it, and more drastic things could occur. But if we see this, we learn from it, we have takeaways, then we can move on and hope that things don't happen like this again. I hope that I don't get into another accident again in my life. I hope you never get into a car accident. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And I pray over your situation that whatever it is, that it can go well, and that there's no uncontrollable thing that absolutely brings destruction over your life. But I wanted to share this story just so that we know that no matter what's happening, God is with us. He saved me and my dad from dying, which was really crazy, really, really, really crazy. And I thank God for that to this day. And, I really will be praying over your guys' situations. I don't know what they are, but I just pray that you can accept the things that are in your control and realize that those things that are out of your control you should not worry about, because honestly there is no say over it. So I really am praying for you guys, and I hope that your lives are being blessed right now, not cursed, and no accidents or whatever is going on in your life. And I thank you guys for sticking with this channel. I know we've been inconsistent, but I hope that we can put out better content and keep being consistent. Please let us know if you have any prayer requests or video ideas. We'd love to chat with you guys, and have a great one, guys. God bless.